What's up everyone, Darcblade here with another quick tip video for Monster Hunter World. In this video we're going to briefly go over the camera settings and the differences between the focus camera and the target camera. Now while I feel this video should have been done a long time ago, I nonetheless wanted to put it out there. Anyway, the default controls will have you on the focus camera, so when you lock on to an enemy, your camera will keep your target in the center of your screen, meaning that as you run around, you'll always have a view of where the monster is. However, this has disadvantages. It can be difficult to get an idea of your surroundings when using the focus camera, meaning that you can potentially run into objects, environmental hazards and such. And as a result, I find players not utilising any sort of camera lock-on whatsoever. However, there are alternatives. If you go to your options and go over to the camera settings, then you can change the camera style from focus to target camera, where you lock onto a target and then that lock-on will remain there indicated in the bottom left of your screen. Now your camera will revert back to, well, normal camera. So there are no restrictions, the monster isn't in the center of your screen, so on and so forth. You get to function as if you're not locked on at all. This gives you a better idea of your surroundings, where you're running, so on and so forth. However, should you press L1 or the alternative button if you're using a different system, then the camera will quickly pan back to put the monster in the center of your screen once more. The camera will then revert back to normal, as if you're not locked on. This is good because it gives you a option, a quick button to press to simply get tabs on where the monster is, putting them in the center of your screen for a little bit. This I found, and I hope people would agree with me, is far more useful than the focus camera. Whilst yes, I understand that the focus camera can be handy for certain weapons, for the most part I've had much more success using the target camera. There are other options as well you can do with the target camera. For example, you can select it so it selects large monsters only, ignoring any small monsters. However, if you do this in the training room, then the barrels and pillars won't be selected because they actually count as small monsters. Another tip as well for the camera is to set your camera distance to far. This will zoom the camera out slightly away from your hunter, and whilst this means that you don't get a detailed view of your hunter, it nonetheless gives you a little bit of a better idea of your surroundings, giving you a better field of vision. I would also say that certain weapons, for example in the dual blades video I mentioned about having the target camera, as it allows you to perform certain combos more effectively, so this can also improve some of your gameplay with certain weapon types. Now regardless of which camera style you choose, you have to know that your hunter doesn't lock on, it's just the camera. You still need to move your hunter in the direction of the monster to actually hit them. But anyway, what do you think of the camera in Monster Hunter World? Do you prefer the focus or target camera? Leave a comment down below. Anyway, I hope you found this information helpful, and until next time, I've been Darcblade, bringing you a quick tip video about camera settings in Monster Hunter World. Hope you enjoyed the little video, thanks for watching, subscribe and like for more.